uh, mm, and try to encourage some of your other friends to come and join us here. That will be
Yes,
nice.
yes.
Good.
Okay, sir.
Do you,
Thank
do you want to talk about anything you have in mind? Because we don't have too many students today, so it's a good opportunity for you to talk on any subject you like to talk.
And Krishna, your where is your class six standard brother, right? So you
what, sir?
have near your small brother also present because I told him also to join because he is in standard six, right?
Yes, yes.
So
He
can you
is
talk
only
with him? He is not right now.
here only there.
Yes, yes. Please introduce him also. Please, he has three brothers total.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
One is doing BCA.
Yes,
Uh,
And second is doing done class 10th,
yeah.
and third is class 6th standard. So I told him, yes, try to join by all of you.
Very nice.
Yes, yes, introduce yourself. Hello, Krishna. Please told him to introduce.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
My name is Lalit Pratap Ram Pariyar. I am address is Harapsar, Pune. I am going class 6.
Perfect. And you are at the right place. On Saturday, we have like class from 6th to almost 10th students. So this is a perfect place for you to be learning about science. What is your favorite subject? What do you like in school?
Oh, good.
What you like
Simple
in uh yeah,
subject math.
math? Okay. Oh, very good. So you like math. Very nice. Okay. There is a lot of scope in math. So keep learning. And I think we are falling behind Chinese in mathematics, just like in many other fields. Even in mathematics, we are trailing behind China. So we need some good mathematicians in India in the young
Yes, sir.
generation. So yeah, very nice to hear that you have interest in mathematics. Okay, so I guess Pankaj, I think everybody who is supposed to be here is here. I'm not sure if Malik is here, so I think Aryan is ready. He wants to do another. Maybe he will take 10-15 minutes to present his slides. He will go through 10 slides on open slit experiment. So we'll give floor to Aryan. Aryan, you have to do the introductory because many of them may not be knowing about
Okay,
double
sir.
slit. So please do a very basic introduction about it. Malik ji also
Good
here.
evening, sir. Good evening,
Good
Ravi
Yeah,
evening,
Shankar
sir.
ji.
and Ram Shankar ji also here. So perfect timing. So
Yes,
Malik
sir.
ji, now Aryan is ready to make a presentation
Yes.
on double slit experiment. So he will take over from here. Okay,
Yes.
Aryan, all yours.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Aryan Kumar. My father's name is Naveen Kumar. I am 12 years old. I am studying in 7th grade. And for today, our topic is quantum physics. So, the topic today is the double slit experiment. So, in the double slit experiment, electrons are fired one at a time through two slits to be detected at a screen. Because we cannot say for certain which slit the particle went through, quantum mechanics tells us that it must go through both at the same time. So, a classical wave perspective, light behaves as a wave producing interference and diffraction. The wave front from each split overlaps, creating bright and dark fringes. Classical physics explains many phenomena, but not all quantum phenomena. Okay, so to get the probability of finding a particle somewhere on the screen, we simply add up the amplitude going through one split with the amplitude of the wave going through the other, and then we square it. So, so there was a person named Feynman who imagined having infinite slits, and then he imagined so many slits going through it that it would become empty. And then he also thought that what if a particle goes through one slit and the other, so that there are infinite slits, so that they become they disappear from our perspective. So instead, let's go to the next slide. So let's talk about amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum displacement or distance a point on a vibrating body or wave moves from its equilibrium or rest position. It is a measure of the strength or intensity of a wave where a larger amplitude corresponds to greater energy. For example, in sound waves, a higher amplitude means a louder sound, and in light waves, it corresponds to a greater brightness. So in the picture, we can see that the waves are moving, and the one that is oscillating up and down is also called a standing wave. It happens when two waves collide with the perfect frequencies and create a standing wave. It oscillates up and down, infinite slits. Then Feynman imagined extending this idea to having a infinite number of slits, essentially making the screen with slits disappear, and imagining empty space has been filled with an infinite number of tiny slits everywhere. So the path of light. So when it's empty space, just photons traveling through space, they are also exploring all possible paths, because this is what the maths tell us. According to Richard Feynman approach to quantum mechanics, we have to include all these paths in our calculations. Each path has an associated amplitude, but you cannot tell which slit it goes through. So it's telling that if we imagine a particle which is moving through space, and there are infinite slits in that space, essentially making it disappear. So how do we know that it will go from the n particular trajectory? So this is how Richard Feynman approached a quantum mechanics. So then we have to include all of these paths in our calculations, and each path has an associated amplitude. But then also that we cannot tell which slit it goes through. So in the double slit experiment, what we did was we just took the amplitude of that wave and squared it to get the probability of finding the wave in a particular space. So light exploring all paths. The main way of doing quantum mechanics suggests that anything going from place A to B explores all the paths, that is that it has some chance to go through any path. And as crazy as it sounds, he found that he had to include all these paths in the calculation, where each path is weighted the same. So then why don't we see these crazy paths? So right now, till now we have discussed that light, if a particle is moving through any place, it means there are infinite slits, essentially making it disappear. Then we have to take uh, amplitude of all the paths and do calculations with it. And there are infinite number of paths, and as crazy as it sounds, we have to include all of these paths in our calculation, and each path is weighted the same. So it means that a particle has a chance to go through any a path that it wants. So why we don't see these crazy paths? So the answer is this. So we don't see all those crazy paths because we still have to add their amplitudes. Sometimes the wave from both speaker lines line up perfectly and make the sound even louder. Constructive interference. Other times they might cancel each other and make the sound quieter or even silent in some points. Destructive interference. So we add the amplitudes to see how these possibility waves from different paths combine and attract each other before we figure out the final chance probability of the particle ending up there. It's about how the wave interact. This is known as Feynman's path integral formulation of quantum mechanics. So Feynman path integral formulation. So Richard use the concept of summing over all possible paths. Each possible path contributes a phase to the overall probability amplitude. So, the total amplitude results from adding these contributions coherently. So, till now uh, we have discussed about destructive interference, constructive interference. So, the examples are if there are two speakers and their sounds line up perfectly, the sound can increase, and if and in some cases it may destroy the amplitudes of the other, make it a standing wave, and that is called destructive interference. And that is what is happening in these cases. The paths are getting destructive interference with each other, and phase and action in path integral. So each path has an associated phase determined by the action divided by Planck's constant. The action depends on the dynamics along the path, such as energy and time. Constructive or destructive interference occurs depending on phase differences. So, uh, phase. What is phase? So, phase is a quantity that determines the amplitude of a wave given at a certain point, and when a particle follows a trajectory or a path, its phase increases, which can be visualized as a arrow spinning around, and these all things depend on the action. So, action is a fundamental quantity in physics. It is often defined as the integral over time of the kinetic energy minus the potential energy of a system. So, it is we can define it as the cost or the significance of a particular path or trajectory in physics. So, in classical physics, what we do is that everything follows a path that requires the minimum of this action. So it is also called the principle of least action. So each path has its own action which influences a wave-like property called phase. When we add up the contributions from all these paths, the crazy paths with very different phases and actions cancel each other out. The paths that have similar actions, especially those near the least action path, reinforce each other or do constructive interference. So that are the paths we see. So that is why light follows the fastest paths. So the action, so it is in fundamental quantity in physics. It's often defined as the integral over time of the kinetic energy minus the potential energy of a system. The unit of action is joules times seconds. Joule seconds. Each part has its own action which influences a wave-like property called phase. When we add up the contributions from all these parts, the crazy parts with their very different actions cancel each other out. The paths that have similar actions, especially those near the path, near the least action path, reinforce each other or do uh, constructive interference. Those are the paths that we are actually observe. So, so the principle of least action in Feynman's path integral formulation, a particle will explore all the possible paths. Each path has an associated action that determines its phase. So paths that are very close to the classical path of least action will have similar phases and constructive interference that will reinforce each other and lead to the observed trajectory. And the crazy paths far from the classical ones have rapidly changing actions, causing their phases to cancel out destructive interference. So that is why we don't observe them. So that is the principle of least action. Okay. So the principle of least action. So classical mechanics states that particles follow the path of least action. In quantum mechanics, all paths contribute, but paths near the least action dominate. This principle links classical and quantum descriptions of motion. So in the picture, there is the formula of action. So action is the integral over a d kinetic energy minus the potential energy times dt. T is the time and D is the differential. So it is like if T is the whole movie and each point D is an specific frame of that movie. So the integral helps keep us adding up them. So that is the formula for action, and the principle of least action states that particles follow the path of least action where it requires the least action, and so other paths which have a different action and phases, they do a destructive interference and cancel each other out, and the paths near the least action dominate, and that is why light follows a specific path, that is the path of least action, and it gives rise to many classical phenomena like the Snell's law. The angle of refraction is equals to angle of incidence. All of these arise from a principle of least action. So the phase, as the particle moves through its path, its phase increases, its action increases, and that is what increases the phase. Phase is a quantity that determines the amplitude of a wave at a given point. When a particle wave follows a path, its phases increase, which can be visualized as an arrow spinning around. So a phase is a quantity that determines the amplitude of a wave given at a certain point. When a particle follows the path, its phase increases, which can be visualized as an arrow spinning. The phase. So, in Feynman's path integral formulation, every possible path a particle could take has an associated arrow, and the direction of that arrow depends on the path's phase. When all these arrows' amplitudes are added up, paths with similar phases and therefore similar actions constructively interfere, leading to the observed classical path, while paths with widely varying phases destructively interfere and cancel out, while paths with widely varying phases destructively interfere and cancel out. So I think so. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions? Okay. So,
Someone has a question. Akshay, you have a question. Did you understand what he spoke?
Yes, sir.
I did not understand.
sir, what do you have any questions?
I said, no, yeah, Aryan, one thing I tell you, your talk was very difficult to understand.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I have a question for you.
No, no, first I have many questions to you
Oh,
actually.
yes.
No, no, when you make a presentation, and particularly when there are young people around, so you have to talk in a way that even a 10-year-old child can understand it. See, there is a saying in physics, Aryan,
Yes.
yeah, there is a saying in among physics people that if you can't make a concept
Yes, sir.
understandable by a 10-year or 11-year-old child, that means the the speaker has not understood the subject.
Oh, sir, like, do you?
So you went too fast. See,
Yes.
you went very fast. So I'm sure Akshar has understood, but I have not understood.
So,
But
sir,
I
what
have
are your
one question.
questions?
I have one question, starting in the very first slide. So suppose there are two slits are there, and suppose if the light was a particle, then what would have happened?
Can you go back to that picture, Aryan?
Yeah, can you
Yes.
go back to the picture? So Aryan, always you must speak in a way so that an 11 or 12-year-old child can understand.
Well, he is what, 11-year-old himself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing good for his age.
Yes, sir.
So in this picture, suppose the light was a particle actually, and it is a particle sometimes. So what would have happened? What you would have seen?
Sir, we wouldn't have gotten that specific interference pattern. There would be two lines. There would be two cylindrical lines.
Yeah. Now, now suppose there was a one single slit, then what you would have seen?
Sir, one singular uh, bar of light.
If it was a particle, and if it was a
Yes, sir.
wave,
Sir, I think so. I think so.
what
We
would you
should get the
what would you
same.
see?
We would get the same.
What same? Same means
Sir, we would get the same figure as we got for the particle ones.
I don't think so. If there
Why?
was a single slit and very small slit, you get a diffraction pattern.
Yes, sir.
If it is a wave.
Okay, sir.
So Akshar has a question. Yes, go ahead, Akshar.
Sir, I do not have a question, but I have done some creativity.
Oh, you have done some creativity. So is it that is there someone who wants to ask? We'll finish this one with Aryan now. Hello, anyone having a question with Aryan? Maybe can you present the same thing next time with in a word which a class, say
Okay, sir.
11-year-old child can understand.
Okay, sir.
See, you have to talk, about principle of least action and then wave particle theory. Two
Yes.
big things, on which physics people they keep on talking for hours and hours. So I want you to talk for take a small topic and make it understandable, explaining each and every word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be like 10 slides maximum. I have a question for you, Aryan. Simple question. I saw that you have shown that equation for action there,
Yes,
integration of kinetic minus potential energy.
yes,
Uh, Go back. Yeah. So
yes,
this one. The question for you is: this is integration mathematics, calculus. Do you
yes.
guys study calculus in sixth, seventh class? Do you understand what is this all?
No, sir, I
Have
have. They don't teach me in the school. I've
yeah.
tried getting into some little mathematics part too.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So, Malikji, how do we handle this kind of thing for kids? At least we need to give them some basic mathematical, uh, what is differential calculus and what is integral calculus concept, so that they understand. Of course, they will be dealing with all this later on all their life in physics.
Yeah, I think they have to probably. I think probably they'll be introduced to some calculus in class 11.
Hmm. Okay.
So, but Aryan on his own is trying to understand calculus.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's
for
very
other
nice.
kids, it is a very important branch of mathematics. Maybe one day we will take time to talk about it. We'll find a volunteer, a teacher, or a student. Maybe like class 12, a student should be able to then speak about it. So we have to find who is in class 12 and then give this task. Okay. Pankaj, that's something for you to take a note of it, that we need a mathematician. Now, Akshar, back to you. What is your question, please?
Sir, I have done a creativity.
What
Okay.
is that? You have
Okay.
done a creative what?
Drawing, sir, drawing.
Oh, why don't you show it? What is that creative drawing?
You can present it, you can share it. Thank you, Aryan. Oh, we
Thank you,
forgot. We
Aryan.
should give a clap to Aryan for making such a good presentation. Thank you, Aryan. We should always do when clapping for the person. You can do like it is on the screen, like that. When somebody does a good job, it requires a lot of work. So Aryan, of course, take positively all the comments you got, because we are trying to make you better and better, right? You are our student, so don't think negatively. All the comments we give you, you are doing very good for your level of class. So good job.
Are you ready? Good job, Aryan. Good job.
Thank
Okay,
you,
now
sir.
we can go to Akshar for his presentation. Wow. Can you explain to us a little bit? Because looks like painting to us, abstract painting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I have made it.
Yeah, what is it? Why don't you explain to us?
Sir, how can I explain? Sir, I just take water and mix color and then took it on paper and then no air on it. And then I made this. Random. Random.
Okay,
Okay,
very good. Very good.
Yes.
all right.
And,
So
and,
basically,
and sir,
you, yeah, go
I
ahead.
have
Sorry.
made I have made a tote bag from a t-shirt.
Oh, okay. So, okay, good. So I think you are trying to go into like fine arts, which is very good. And,
Yes, I am in
and I guess we'll have to find some people who are in arts area, somebody like in Mithila painting. We'll try to get somebody. I know one scholar here in the Mithila painting. He used to run an institute in Madhubani. And now we have a big art institute for Mithila painting in Saurat in Madhubani. And this scholar was telling me that now they are giving a degree, undergraduate degree in folk arts. So somebody can do BA in folk arts. And he was saying that actually that degree should be not BA, it should be a Bachelor of Fine Arts. And that's a different story. So good. I'm glad to hear that somebody has interest in art. And maybe you can next time. This was the random one, but can you can you? I would suggest that sometimes you should draw a painting with an idea. For example, this is a science class. Maybe you can we can draw a nucleus one day for all of us to see where you have that nucleus, and then electrons are moving around, protons are in the center, like that. You know, if it is like uh, mm, mm, you can show us multiple type of configuration in different orbits, right? So so that will be good. Something to do with science, or maybe you can draw the sky, like all the stars, like constellation, and you can explain to one of the constellation to us in the meeting. So that will be good. But anyway, great job. It's very good sign. Anybody has any question for Akshar?
So, Pankaj, we have quite a number of new people also. Why don't we?
Yes,
Introduce,
yes,
right?
sir. Here name showing Upender Kumar. Yes,
Yes,
please
Upender
unmute.
Raut. Once I remember he had come. Hello, Raut.
Yes, sir.
You're in class 10, isn't it? If I remember correctly.
No, sir. Class 8th.
Oh, class 8. So, did you understand what Aryan was talking about?
No, sir. I have just joined some time later.
Okay. And we have Krishna, we have.
Yes, sir. Krishna joined with his brother Lalit. Yes, Krishna, please introduce once again.
Ankur, edit your name.
And, and we have Ram Shankarji. Ram Shankarji, nice to have you once again here.
Yes, sir. Upendra is our student. Sorry, Ankur is our student. His father name is Upendra. So log in the email ID. So is not clear your name.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
That's so. Oh, yeah. So Raut is actually basically Ankur, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and then we have Pankajji, we have
Yes,
Charchita.
yes, Charchita ma'am. Yes, namaste ma'am.
Yes, she has to unmute.
Namaste.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Namaste. Yeah.
So ma'am, please
Hello,
introduce. Yes, yes, ma'am.
hello, good
Um,
evening. Yeah, we would
Very good
like to
evening
know
to you.
about you.
This is Charchita Singh. I live in London, England. Born in India, and I've been in working in IT for about 15 years, and now I'm planning to restart my career. Yeah, this is me.
So, sorry, I
Welcome.
didn't get you. You are in which field actually?
I'm in information technology.
IT.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you learn about this platform?
Um, about the platform on which you are talking,
Yes.
I received an invite.
Yes, ma'am. I sent. I think. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that is how I got to know.
So
Great.
you have some
Sorry.
interest in popularizing science among the young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some interest in that?
Um, please come again.
No, what I wanted is that basically this platform is which Pankaj is running.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what we do is that we want young kids, we want to popularize science.
Mm-hmm.
So, because in the schools, there are difficulties because students don't understand things. So we
True.
want to complement that. And
I
since you are
see.
in information technology, there are many things which a student would like to learn from you.
I see. I see. I understand. I'm getting your point here.
So,
So is the may I please know the expectations from someone like me if I were to, because I am a combination of information technology and management. So what is the contribution that the admins or the mentors of this community like to know from me? Is there any preparation, or is there any ideas that you like me to come up with, or is it a one-off Q&A session, question and answer between the students and myself,
No,
and
All
it's,
other
right.
and other people in the panel here.
Yeah. So okay. So I'll Malik ji, I'll take it first, and then you and Ram Shankar ji and others can also contribute. So I am Amarnath Jha from New Jersey, USA,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to introduce myself since there are many new people. My background is in semiconductor engineering, research, development, and management. I did it for 30 years at IBM and Intel, and now I'm retired. So
Wow. Mm-hmm.
basically, I'm an electronics guy, hardware side, not the software side. Okay.
Understood. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
And mainly making CPU all my life.
I see.
So that's me. So what it is that basically, we most of us have done in our career very well as a professionals, but
Mm-hmm.
we have seen the gaps to students, especially coming from the rural area in India. They don't have
Mm-mm-mm.
any mentoring, uh, and they lose a lot of time in between. For example,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
myself, when I did my matriculation, nobody was to guide me, so I lost some time before I could start my engineering career. Again, when I finished my engineering, nobody was to guide me. I went to my village, spent some time in village for 6 months. Now I realize that that was such a bad decision to go back to my village. I should have gone to some city to find a job. so 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 like that it happens because of the we don't have the opportunity. So that is what is the behind the idea that we started this forum altogether. And here we have professional mentors one side, and then students on the other side. For Saturday session, we have been promoting mainly the science through English medium, because English is the international language. So,
True. True.
and science is pretty much science is everywhere. So we want to produce the engineers and scientists who can work anywhere in the world. That is the whole idea.
Mm-mm.
So we are trying to prepare global professionals for future. Yeah.
I see.
And people like you, Malikji, Ram Sankarji, me, and all of us, we are here volunteer, what you call mentors or instructor or taking question answers. Uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
Mainly focused on physics on mainly on Saturdays right now, but it
I see.
change depending on when we have the Mallikji is himself a retired physicist from Bhabha Atomic Research Center. So
Wow.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so he has done a great job in um, teaching these students physics. But we also do other things here,
Mm.
and we can do a special topic. So depending on if you want to do something special, we can definitely schedule a day
Understood.
on Saturday where we can do that. I
Understood.
think there were many questions on nowadays, as we all know about artificial intelligence.
True.
So
True. True.
it
True.
would be nice if you could,
Mm. Mm.
give an overview of artificial intelligence and where it is going,
Sure.
and
Sure.
how these kids can take a good,
Mm.
advantage of this in their studies. So
Understood.
that will be helpful. And then we invite you to be, come here. It is on voluntary basis. Anytime you have some time to spare, please,
Yeah.
please
Yes. Sure.
come and help all these forums,
Yes.
events. And
Sure.
we have a couple of other volunteers also from UK.
Mm-hmm.
Deepak Chai is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sarat Jha also comes once in a while. I think we have a couple of more, but so glad to see one more
Yeah.
coming from
Thank you.
UK.
Mm.
And Malikji, now back to you. If you would like to add anything, what is the expectation from this meeting?
yeah, actually, for our young kids, we have she's from information technology. On
Mm.
one side, you see there is a wave going on that children should not be exposed to
Very
mobiles,
true. Very true.
laptop.
Yeah.
On the
Very
other
true.
side, we find that some people say that are limited,
Mm.
and in a
Mm, mm, mm,
particular
mm.
way, if they are exposed, they will be beneficial. But
Understood.
but
Mm.
parents
Um.
here are
Mhm.
really confused. I find
Yeah.
parents,
There.
there are some parents, they
True.
are simply not allowing children to touch mobiles, and
Very
there are
true.
other
Uh-huh.
parents who don't mind But
giving them for all the time. Yeah, most of the
there has
hours,
to
I
be
would say,
some
not all
way
the
that,
time, most of the
yeah,
hours.
yeah,
Yeah,
people, you might have, if you can help us to tell that
true,
how
true.
can children benefit from this new revolution.
Yes, I will definitely. So,
Yeah, so,
um, well, this is my first time I'm talking in this group.
no, you can take your
However,
time, it doesn't
yes,
matter. So maybe next
yes,
week or next to next week, whenever you,
definitely, definitely.
without
Yeah,
I,
prevention.
yes,
at your
I'll,
convenience, no rush. You let
yes,
Pankaj know when you can
all right.
give us little time, and
Sure,
then
sure,
one day we'll
sure.
make it a focus item, artificial intelligence. Uh,
Sure, sure. I think primarily on top of my head, I would say that how to balance the screen time of these children and how to keep them away from the screen. So that will I will take that up as the very first topic. Um, then the next one I'll have to think through it. And how do we measure the progress of how the children are using the screen time, why they are using for, what they are using for, what is the purpose behind that, and how are the schools balancing that time. So it's important for me to understand that these children, are they coming from government schools, or it's a semi private school? Or because if I know my audience, at least to some extent, not to the complete extent, what is the balance is what I'll have to think through, and then come back to this group and everyone who likes to be in this group. And maybe I would share a few ideas with my local peers here in England or in the UK. And even if I'm not available, then I'm sure they can convey it across to the community here. Yeah, this is my
No,
thought process on top of. I mean, right
let's,
now, because I have not prepared, I've not planned anything, but I just joined randomly because
oh
some.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
So Malikji,
actually,
you want
we
to
yes, sure.
explain? I mean, her question that what kind of students we have because you teach them a lot. So I think you are the perfect person to answer this question for her. Uh, Background of the students.
yeah. For now, I think is it Pankajji who will help me with this question, because I'm sure I'll get back to Pankajji on a one-to-one basis, because
Yes.
right now maybe there is a purpose for this meeting, so I don't want to like interject and hijack the meeting.
No,
And
no,
we
that's
have
fine.
another
So
10
I
minutes
think
left.
it's
Yeah.
very interactive. So I think
Mm.
he can tell you, but let's Malik ji can give you perspective because he has been
Sure.
teaching them for almost a year,
I
so
see.
he
I
knows
see.
everybody very well.
Exactly.
And Malik ji, what is your assessment of the students we have?
No, actually, what we are doing that since the platform is open to everyone, and we have opened it from
Mm.
class 5 to class 12 students,
Ah, I see. I
you get
see.
a
Okay.
variety of
Nice.
students who come. But
Ah,
most of the students who are coming, they are good in studies
true,
and they
true.
want to do something in science.
I
They
see.
are
I see.
interested, or
Understood.
maybe they want to become a doctor or an engineer or something like that,
Correct.
as you know. So this is what, but very good students are coming, and
Sure.
so,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so that is where.
All right. Definitely. Definitely. No, thank you for this introduction. This is actually helpful. So at least when I next talk, I can talk about, from year 5 through to year 12, and have a segmentation of, let's say this is applicable for kids who are in fifth grade, and then the fifth to eighth grade or something like that. I can think through that, and give my ideas, or take questions with the students as well as with the community here.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I think.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for
Thank you,
this
ma'am.
insight. Yeah.
Very welcome again. Ram Sankarji, do you have anything to add to overall to make this more beneficial for students? Since Ram Sankarji is doing a lot of teaching to students also, so and he
Yes.
is doing hands-on training, which is what we missed in our school days. So I'm glad to see that India is now promoting that kind of education.
So we are very much impressed by Ram Shankar ji, what he's doing in Darbhanga. You can elaborate, Ram Shankar ji, I think. Are you
I,
listening? Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
uh,
Welcome to Tarchita ma'am. I'm the Ram Shankar Jha in Kilkari is Bihar. as a education department, who is the provide all extra curriculum activity just like a sports, kabaddi, karate, paintings, fine arts, crafts, paper crafts, chess, satranj, music, all extra activity is the training. And some peoples are the selected in eklavya kabaddi, in chess and other activity. So now with the 2nd January 2026, we started as a science activity. We learned our students for the project based activity, all theory in physics and other chemistry, experiment through, because new education policy is the not memorize and root learning. Just
True, true.
first of all, you understand what you think and any other scientist theory before you understand. Never you root learning and understand. So
Correct.
time is very low, and
Yes, yes,
some
yeah.
new students, our Ankur is also today joining. So better
Okay.
understanding some you of learning. So and
Yeah.
now quit my word.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Okay,
sir. We
thank
will.
you,
We
Akshay.
will. We will reconnect. I think students will get bored the more we talk. So I'll leave the group for now and let them have questions for all the highly experienced community members here. So it is for them. It is for their enjoyment, for their learning. So I'll just shush off and log off for now. We will reconnect. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for coming today.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks a
So
lot.
now
Bye.
we have last 5 minutes. We should try to be on time. So let's see if you students have any question for the panel members. I think somebody Sanjeev has not talked. Sanjeev, could you please introduce, or did he introduce maybe with a different name? Anybody? Akshar, 1 second. Let's give chance to Sanjeev Jha.
Yes, these others, I think. Yes, others.
Oh,
Studying class
Yes, sir.
3.
okay, there is anybody else who has not yet talked and want to say
Yes.
something before we
Yes.
give floor to Akshay?
Sanjeev was speaking something. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sanjeev, please go ahead. Akshar, 1 second, we got you. Next. संजीव बोलिए, अनम्यूट कीजिए.
Hello, others. I think others joined. Hello, others. Please unmute.
वो नहीं बोल रहे हैं. अच्छा, ये कृष्णा कृष्णा परिहर.
Yes, today two students joined from Pune, sir. Krishna and Lalit. Yes, Krishna, please say something about yourself.
Hello, Krishna. Hello, Krishna.
Krishna, unmute. Krishna and Lalit.
Two brothers, huh? They're very nice.
Yes.
Three brothers. One is doing BCA, yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to Akshar. What he wants to
Yes,
say.
yes.
Akshar, go ahead.
Sir, if uh, wait a minute, sir, I forgot. 1 minute.
It's okay. It happens sometime.
Yeah,
Uh,
doesn't matter.
it will come back to you.
Okay, so we'll come back.
Sir,
So,
sir, yes, I do, sir. Sir, if I should read news or watch news, read news on a newspaper, watch news on TV.
क्या कह रहे हैं अक्षर? हम नहीं समझे.
No, he
He
is
wants to know
asking. Uh,
listening or reading, right, sir? Listening or reading, which is good.
yeah, I think reading is a good habit. Otherwise, you will lose. You have to read and you have to comprehend. So, because that is what you will be doing. Watching is a little bit easier. Sometimes it is better than the reading, but actually, you have to cultivate both. You cannot say that only one is good. So, in modern time, people spend a lot of time on watching or even the reading. So both goes side by side. We cannot say that pick only one. So you have to pick both, and then you have to balance it, because when you read, then it challenges you more, because it expects you to think a little bit about it and the topic to comprehend it. Whereas on the other, when you are watching the news, pretty much they give you a lot more info. So, yeah, go ahead, Akshar. What your follow up question?
Please unmute
Oh,
Akshar.
unmute. We cannot hear you.
Sir, I want to say that my friend was saying, what is the reason for life? Why do we live? Am I important in this world? So I
Wow,
answered in this.
this is a
Yeah.
philosophical
So
question. This is
yes, sir. तो मेरे दोस्त ने मुझसे पूछा कि एग्जिस्टेंस लाइफ क्यों है? मैं क्या इस वर्ल्ड में इम्पोर्टेंट हूँ? क्या हम लोग कितने रेयर हैं? एक जैसे मैं अगर अकेला हूँ एक पर्सन तो मैं कितना रेयर हूँ? तो मैंने उसको समझाया कि जैसे एक डीएनए और एक डीएनए तो जेनेटिक्स genetic mutations and everything, it will become more than 100 trillion. Then there are our ancestors. Every decision we make. And then मतलब जैसे कि हर चीज कोई हम लोग का डुप्लीकेट कॉपी हो ही नहीं सकता सेम टू सेम टाइम
Maliji, you have any comment on this? What he's trying to
Yeah, yeah,
say?
you have asked a very philosophical question. That's very nice. But then, can we take up first what Aryan wants to say? Then we can combine it. Hello, Aryan. What is it that you want to say?
So, sir, I have one more thing to add to this, but I had another question regarding something else.
Okay,
What
go
is that?
ahead.
So, what I want to say is that there's a theory in quantum physics that everyone is a Boltzmann brain. So, in a universe, in an empty universe, where matter and atoms can align perfectly in an brain which can simulate consciousness and emotions and other feelings, so it could so the chances of this happening is very high if we have enough time, if we have infinite time and atoms that line up perfectly. So that is possible, and that is the Boltzmann brain theory. So uh, that is what I wanted to add to this.
So, Aryan, I'll tell you one thing that the linking quantum mechanics with consciousness. These are all philosophical things right
Yes,
now.
sir,
So
but
it can be anything. There is no, I mean, just for pleasure. So
yes,
there is not much understanding which has gone into it. So so don't get bothered about it. So we
no, sir,
have
I
now
won't
a
get it.
physical world and we have an emotional world. So we are not discussing the emotional world. People are trying to link the two, which will happen in your time when you grow big. There might be some linkage, but right now we treat them separately. Our emotional, our spiritual life, they are all different compared to our physical
Yes.
world in which we are. So basically, we are trying to understand the physical world first, what it is, and maybe the linkage might come. Right now, all this is philosophy.
Sir, it is a theory that I read.
Yeah,
Very good.
not theory, but it is a hypothesis.
Yes.
What is a
Uh,
Yes, sir.
hypothesis? And first something is a hypothesis. Then it
Yes.
becomes a theory. Then it
uh,
becomes,
A law.
so it has to cross many hurdles. So don't get disturbed by it.
Yes.
okay, so
And to
Akshar, I think it's very good question you had, which has a mixture of philosophy as well as of the science.
right,
Okay,
yes.
you want to conclude?
सर
Yeah.
one last thing sir that I am a deep thinker. I think more than a average person can think. Just like when uh, if I go to sleep in bed without any screen time in 9 p.m. I will get sleep in 11 p.m. because I am my brain goes on to the deep thinking mode for 2 hours before sleeping.
So
What
it's
do you
not
think?
bad. It's not bad. The most important thing is that you should have a routine, and then also what you can do is that the important thing questions you have in your mind, you should try to kind of ponder over there before you go to sleep. Then what happens while you are sleeping, your brain will keep working on it while you are sleeping. Your brain, brain never like to be idle, so it will do. You would be surprised to understand that there are many mathematicians and many scientists who got the answer of the questions which they have been thinking a very long time in their sleep. While they were sleeping, suddenly in their dream, answer comes to them. So because they have been thinking about it, so that's very good practice. You should do that one. And then second thing I was going to say is that, uh, believe it or not, we are living in the more scientific world than any previous generation before. So some people will say that, oh my God, Satyug was the best period. Wrong. In the science world, we are living in the best of the time. Okay, and why we
Yes, sir.
have come here? Because of the all the different revolution we have in science, because science has made our life easier and better generation by generation. Imagine 200 years back, there was everybody was going on chariot or bullock's cart. Remember that? And now you are flying, going by a car, automated car, all kind of things, helicopter. So why this happened? Because of the scientists. Everybody, people like you who are thinking and trying to make things better for all of us, humanity. So yes, to answer your question, there is a purpose for you being in this world, because as a student you have to learn, then as a scientist you will produce something for the whole world which which can benefit our world. For example, let's say uh, DNA. You just talked about it, right?
Sir,
So they're
Sir,
talking
give
about,
to chance to some other person also, students to wait for your talking.
yeah. So like that, so keep researching. Now let's go back. Let's go to another student. There is,
Yes, sir.
I think we are going over the time, but who is that? Upender, please. Yeah, your turn.
Yes, Supender,
Sir,
go ahead.
sir, my name is Ankur and I want to
Sorry,
ask
Ankur.
that,
You're Ankur. Yeah, please go ahead.
yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask that what is difference between overthinking and deep thinking?
Oh, philosophical questions again. Overthinking and deep thinking.
sir, I have an answer.
Both are little bit connected with each other.
Sir, I have an answer.
Okay, all right. Let's hear from you then.
सर कि जैसे ओवर थिंकिंग हुआ, जैसे हम लोग कोई सिंपल टास्क करने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा सोच रहे हैं कि मैं ये करूं वो करूं, वो मतलब मिसयूजिंग, मतलब बिना मतलब का थिंकिंग, ये हम लोग का ओवर थिंकिंग पे आ जाता है। और
Hmm.
डीप थिंकिंग होता है जैसे कोई बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉपिक को उसको बहुत देर तक जैसे समझने के बाद उस टाइप से,
Okay.
वो हुआ
You
हमारा
go
वो
deeper,
डीप
deeper and deeper into it.
थिंकिंग।
Yeah, but
Okay.
hello, Ankur, you
बहुत
don't
ज्यादा
get
डीप अगर
bothered
जाएंगे
about
तो
all these things.
ओवर हो जाता
You have got to think, and what you have think is critical thinking. What we are suggesting you all, critical thinking. By critical thinking, what do we mean? That you get a statement, then you try to question that statement. Like say Newton, if they say their story is there, no, that apple fell on his head. So he started thinking, why did the apple fall on my head? So he went to next layer, he started thinking about it. Then next layer, you go deeper and deeper into it. We call it critical thinking. That you should do
Yeah.
it. Aryan has a
Yes,
question.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
What is that?
So, sir, my question was about the double slit experiment. So, for to get the probability of finding a particle somewhere on the screen, we add up the amplitudes of the wave going through one slit with the amplitude of the wave going through the other slit, and then we square it. So I did not get this statement. I tried thinking about it, and I had many questions about it. And one more thing, I didn't know how to square it and why do we square it. So it is uh, so it deals with complex numbers and other types of numbers.
Sir,
No, no, don't get
sir,
worried about those things. First, we have to understand the phenomena.
Yes,
You see, so in the two slit experiment, the explanation was that both the slits they become source of waves, and that's why they interfere, and there is a interference pattern is there.
so why
So,
do we square it?
right, yeah, no, no, that if you make the derivation, a square comes in. I mean, you have to derive the whole formula. The intensity is proportional to amplitude square. So if you derive the formula, you'll get it there.
Sir, I have think about it, and I had another guess at this problem. It
What
it
is
could be it could be that we square.
no? First, Aryan, I'll tell you that if you want to understand this phenomena, first try to understand the single slit experiment and
Yes,
double slit experiment. You
okay,
must first try to explain both first, and then go deeper into it.
yes.
Sir, triple slit experiment.
Yeah, that's a new suggestion which is Akshar is having, that if you have three
Sir,
slits, what will happen?
Sir, as we see, if there are two slits, there is a gap between on the screen between the lights. If we do three slits, there can happen that the gap comes means the gap becomes lower, and then after some times or infinite slit that box, and then it will become a ray of light, smooth ray of light. It can also happen.
Yes, so sir, I did not understand why did we square that amplitudes.
No, then we'll have to go to the derivation. We'll have to go to the derivation. First, we have to derive that intensity is proportional. How do you derive it?
So is there any other reason?
Well, and always, the energy is always proportional to a square. So that's where it comes from. Now, I forget the derivation right now, but maybe I can post it in the there. You can go through the derivation and see to it.
Okay, sir.
I think, Aryan, what Maliji is trying to explain to all of you is that let's take a simple thing. For example, let's take the weight. Weight is equal to mass time acceleration to gravity, right? M times G, right? So you all familiar with all three items. What is weight, what is mass, what is gravity, and now you physically can relate them. So basically, that's how you derive the equation that weight is equal to M times G. But similarly, if I give you 4 and tell you to explain in 2, you can easily come up with 2 square. So depending on, first you understand the physical part of it, what is happening, and then you have to formulate it as a scientist. Put in some form of equation which is scientifically acceptable to all the scientist world, and that is when you fit in some kind of formula. You have to use the mathematics as a tool and formulate your equation. So, and then equation has to make sense. For example, when you did the weight is equal to mass times G, this is acceptable to everybody. That uh, that is the equation. So similarly, this equation can be big as like 3 pages, but all the variables in the equation have has to make sense. That why it is there, why it is a square, not cube. So like that, everything there is a reason behind it. For every square or square root, there is a reason behind it, and you have to explain to the if when you are formulating it to the world, that why you use the square. Like right now, you are asking why it is square. It's a very good question. I like it. So this is something you have to think yourself. Why did you use a square there? What was the reason? Okay.
So
I think
this
we'll have to come back on this. This is called modeling. That is another topic for the future. Sometimes we can do. It's called scientific modeling. Yeah. So nowadays you see the weather forecasting is happening, right? What they do, they are using some kind of modeling, and they can predict it that this is going to rain today. I heard that India there was a rain today, so like that. So this is all the modeling means you have to create a formula, a equation, and that has to make sense. That you do it based on the previous data, historical data, and then like you are predicting it. Similarly, any phenomena you have to explain why it is happening, and that equation should be able to explain to the world.
so
I think,
Amarnath ji, let me come to the question of Akshar now.
yeah.
What are we? This is what he asked, that what are we? Do we have any significance? So to tell you what are we, see let us say suppose
Akshay,
we start from the Big Bang. So there was nothing was there. So Big Bang happened, and then mass was created. Fortunately, it so happened that the more matter was created than antimatter. And then with that, such a big universe, which is about maybe uh, 90 billion light years in diameter, such a huge, there are billions of galaxies. And there are millions and billions of
Sir,
stars in one galaxy. Yeah, just let me complete. And in that, and then we have one galaxy, Milky Way, in which there are millions of stars. And in that millions of stars, there is one sun which is there, solar system somewhere in the middle of the galaxy. And with that one solar system, we have got one planet Earth, and then we are there. So, how small we are compared to the universe. Can you imagine this? There are billions of galaxies. The biggest question right now is all of you that when the Big Bang happened, people are not able to explain why there is more matter than antimatter. So recently,
I
just
try to
last week,
explain,
there
sir.
was an experiment in Switzerland that gave some clue as to why it happened. So this we'll discuss sometime. Very funny things are happening in the universe. We are trying, getting a better and better understanding of the universe. So we are so small in this universe, but our brain is so powerful that we are able to understand them. See, tigers can't understand the what is happening in the universe. Monkey को भी पता नहीं है क्या हो रहा है. See, but human beings are there who are able to understand things. And that too, in last 400, 500 years, we have understood quite a lot. So that's because, more students are getting books, more people are there, and we are getting good students like you all. You all are thinking, so you can solve many of the problems, discover new things, invent new things. So life is changing very, very fast nowadays. Just because of you all. हम लोग कितने छोटे हैं नहीं?
sir,
And we are very important. That is what the answer to Akshar. We are इतने छोटे हैं तभी इतने important हैं.
sir, then there comes the question that जब हम लोग अर्थ के एटमॉस्फेयर के बाहर नहीं गए तो कहा गया आसमान में हेवन है। उसके बाद जब हम लोग स्काई तक पहुंचे तो कहा गया आउटर स्पेस में हेवन है। जब आउटर स्पेस पूरा किए तो कहा जाता है वर्ष के बाहर हेवन है या हेल है। उसके बाद हो सकता है उसके बाद हम लोग निकले तो कहे मल्टीवर्स के बाहर हेवन है। ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि हम लोग मैट्रिक्स में जी रहे हैं। हो सकता है कि ऐसा कोई गॉड है, हम लोग बस मानते हैं कि गॉड है, लेकिन हो भी सकता है कि हम लोग एक मैट्रिक्स में जी रहे हैं और गॉड ऐसा है कुछ नहीं, कोई मल्टी लेवल बीइंग हम लोग को कंट्रोल कर रहा है।
No,
Sir,
so
I want to answer.
multiverse is a
Sir, I want to
hypothesis.
answer.
Yeah, I
So
think
then,
there is an answer. Yeah, go ahead. Let him answer this question.
Who wants to
Ankur?
answer?
Yeah.
Sir, I
Acha, okay. Yes, yes, Ankur. Yes, go
Ankur,
ahead.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Aksharat said about something that one magical power is controlling us. He named as God, but I I want to say that he believes, but he don't know. We have to know about the things. We have not believe it. He believes that a power that is here, that is controlling, but he don't know that power. So I want to say that we should know everything. Don't simply believe it. Thank you, sir.
Very good answer. So, Akshar, you know what he's trying to tell you? Did you understand what he's trying to tell you? That right now you are
Sir,
assuming that. Let me finish my thought, okay? So right now, what is happening that he showed you a chain that we think that you are here because of your parents were because of your grandparents, and so on, keep going. Somebody is created, keep going back. Ultimately, we our assumption is that there is a God who created it, right? Ultimate creator is who? God. That is one theory, one hypothesis. But what Ankur is saying, that who created God? That question we don't know. So God is not the ultimate. There has to be, if the creation theory we follow, then question comes, who was behind the God? And that we don't know. So how can we
sir,
say that the God created everything? So in the science, that's why this question we simply say in science we don't know how this was
sir,
created. We
जैसे
have yet to understand this. We don't know yet. Okay, go ahead.
Sir,
हाँ सर, जैसे हम लोग
something more.
गॉड में मानते हैं, तो ऐसा भी हो
Ah,
सकता है आप चींटी के सिविलाइजेशन का ले लीजिए। कभी कभार हम लोग चींटी को मार देते हैं, जैसा भगवान इंसान को मारते हैं, मतलब जीवन लेते हैं उस टाइप से। और हम लोग कभी कभार चींटी को खाना भी दे देते हैं, एक्सीडेंटली। और भगवान भी हमें हमारे साथ एक्सीडेंटली या अचानक से कुछ अच्छा करते हैं, तो हम लोग गॉड में बिलीव करते हैं। और उन चींटी लोग को भी हो सकता है कि हम लोग को गॉड मानते हो। ये भी एक है थ्योरी।
yeah, I mean, there are so many
Sir, I
theories,
want to.
no doubt about it, but it is spiritual modeling, you can call it. Let's look at it. And there are so many modeling in a spiritual world. That's why you have so many religions.
Sir,
But
सर
but
सर
as,
इट कैन ऑल्सो हैपन दैट देयर इज समवन दैट गॉड इवन प्रेस
sir, I
टू।
have an answer for this question.
okay, all right, good.
So,
I
sir,
think even two person are ready to answer. That's very good.
there
Go
was
ahead.
an Russian scientist,
Yeah,
Kardashev. So
yeah.
he invented the Kardashev scale. So it measures a civilization's energy output and ranks them between the rankings. There are in the first one there were three, and we were on 0.75 or 6 now. So, and type 1 civilization can control its planet's energy output, and an civilization type 2 can control its stars, and a civilization type 3 can control its whole galaxy. So, it's about energy output levels, and right now the humans are on about 0.7. So, we haven't gotten to that stage of controlling any stars energy output. And that the thing that Akshay said, that we for us ants are meaningless beings. So, and for advanced civilization, we may be that civilization. So uh, it can be visualized this way too.
Okay. Let's give to Uncle. Uncle, you have something to say? Please go ahead.
Sir, I didn't understand what Aryan has said, but you can simplify it. But my point of view is that कि जैसे अक्षर ने कहा कि कोई भगवान हम लोग को कंट्रोल कर रहा है, तो ऐसा मेरा कहना है कि वो ऐसा मान रहा है, मगर उसे मानना नहीं, ये जानना चाहिए कि सच में कोई कंट्रोल उसे कर रहा है कि नहीं। जैसे आपने ये थ्योरी के बारे में बताया कि इसे इसके पेरेंट्स ने जन्म दिया, उसके पेरेंट्स को उसके दादाजी ने जन्म दिया, तो ये अल्टीमेट कहाँ पर जाके खत्म होता है ये अक्सर को मालूम नहीं है। वह बस मान रहा है कि ये इसके ऊपर भगवान है। भगवान के ऊपर कौन है वो ये जानता नहीं। तो हम मेरा यही कहना है कि जानना होगा हम लोगों को, मानने से नहीं होगा।
मैं मानता नहीं हूँ, इस टॉपिक पे मेरा मतलब नहीं है, मानता नहीं।
तो तुमने ऐसा
I
क्यों
guess
कहा?
this debate has been going on for only like 10,000 years. So I think we cannot finish it today, but it's a good
No,
start.
sir. Allow me
Sometimes we
answer.
can talk about this. That is the debate between. There are two branches of science. One is called metaphysics, and one is called physics. So there are different views. We are
So,
the
sir, I
people
will
of
answer
physics.
this.
Metaphysics people have all the theory which Akshar has been explaining to us, and there are different philosophies. But I think we are over time today, Akshar. I think
Sir, I will answer for this
we
question.
will spend a day on philosophy one day. So now here is Pankaj. We need some philosopher in the meeting. We have been doing too much on physics. We need some metaphysicist. Okay. So
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन रामशंकर जी से था.
huh.
Yes, sir.
Ramshankar ji, are you there?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
sir.
is there.
Yeah, no, I wanted that Darbhanga में जो है ना, the activity which you do, is it a once in a year or you do it throughout the year?
Throughout the year.
So throughout the year, maybe next time, or in short, if you can tell it this time, throughout the year, what is the activity that you do?
All students in come and progressively knowledge starting to according to their age and learn about all theory. And first theory is the experiment and understand, then next level is the we understand, and in between the some other students are asking to some question, so satisfy their answer, because thinking process is the also cultivate we are teacher. So right way thinking, if you not to on track, so give reason you are not on track, if right track to preservative for your right track.
Yeah. So how many students usually you get in Darbhanga?
2 3 students is the very productivity, just like Akshar and Ankur. But because we are starting in the 2nd January in 2026, so not proper by students, there are some other also is the Om Jha. Today is not join this class. So these are the main critical thing is the chess player. And when I started the science, then he student is the meet to me and attend my class, and after he is the progressive in our also class, because same day is the chess. So playing is the more important, and playing is the two dopamine release are students. So these are the Ankur and Akshar and other students is the very, and Ankur is a better writer also, literature part is on writing in the poem and different deep thinking for the any situations. So he is also workshop attend Muzaffarpur. So that time meet in last 2 months. So Ankur is also is the good students and deep thinking, deep listener. So we are the preservative of these are students to progress our Darbhanga lighting in the world India country. I hope better in this future. These are students.
Oh, good, good.
Well, kids, you guys are doing great. Bring good name to Darbhanga. We are proud of you. You guys are asking a very good question. We are very happy to have you in this class. And I think today we are already over time. So by half an hour, not bad. Looks like you guys have. I hope we were able to answer some of your question. Of course, we know that we did not answer all your questions. So maybe you guys can volunteer yourself to answer each other question, because maybe you
और
have better
सबसे
knowledge on subject than us.
और और सबसे बड़ी बात है सर कि इन स्टूडेंट्स के पास, आज पेरेंट्स के पास, लोगों को बातों को सुनने के लिए सबके पास टाइम है, बट ये बच्चे क्या बोल रहे हैं, इनके पास राइट लिसनर नहीं है।
वही
विदाउट
प्रॉब्लम है।
एनी राइट लिसनर इनके थिंक को कौन प्रिजर्वेटिव, कौन कंटिवेट करेगा कि आप
यस,
सही जा रहे हो। आज
गुड।
लोग
Yes,
सिंगल स्मॉल फैमिली में जा रहे हैं। मान लीजिए आप इतने वॉलेंटियर हैं, आपके भी फैमिली होंगे, आपके भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होंगी, बट आपने कैसे स्टूडेंट के लिए जो है सो अपना एक नोबल टाइम दिया? बिकॉज द मनी इज गिविंग समथिंग, बट टाइम इज गिविंग इज द मोर देन वैल्यूबल। तो
यस,
इन बच्चों को एक राइट प्लेटफॉर्म हम लोगों ने प्रोवाइड किया है कि इन जो बात कहें, हम अपना थ्योरी देने से पहले तो इनकी बातों को सुने, ये सुनने वाला कोई नहीं है
बहुत
आज।
अच्छा कहा। और सो बेसिकली दैट इज अ लेसन फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, वी हैव टू बी गुड लिसनर। और देखो किड्स, यू गाइस आर डूइंग ग्रेट जॉब, एंड देन आल्सो यू नो वी डोंट डू थिंग्स इन वैक्यूम बाय योरसेल्फ। संघे शक्ति कलयुगे। So what I'm trying to tell is that you have to bring your friends, because the more students come to this meeting, we will be more, our mass thinking will improve, right? You know, like पांच आदमी के पास में ज्यादा बल होता है, फोर्स, कंपेयर टू वन आदमी, राइट? सो आवर ब्रेन hours will increase. So please bring your friends, and this is a very good forum. And you know, you interact. We try to answer your question if we don't know something. In the scientific world, we say that we don't know, and that is where Akshar and Ankur had a very good discussion. I was very happy about it. Ankur was in the camp that we don't know. Akshar was very much sure that yes, God is the ultimate. So that was a very interesting discussion today. I learned the two different views. That was a very good learning for me. So keep it up. This is what is called all debate about. There is always two sides of anything. If you take a glass of
Sir,
water, yeah, go ahead.
sir, I am just telling something. It's not a question. And then end the class. That आपने कहा कि गॉड अल्टीमेट बीइंग है, तो बहुत लोग मांगते हैं, बहुत लोग नहीं मानते हैं। मैं नहीं मानने वाले में आता हूँ। मतलब मैं मतलब पूजा करता हूँ, मतलब ट्रेडिशन निभाता हूँ, ज्यादा नहीं रहता हूँ,
ओके, टॉक टू अक्षर।
डिपेंडेंट है।
अक्षर, टॉक टू विथ मी टुमारो योर क्लास। I have the better understanding and better
Yeah.
discussion time, full time
sir,
for
I also
tomorrow.
want to say something.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think we'll take the last question now. We are already over time. So, who has the question? Let's see how many hands are raised. I see only Ankur is there. Okay, that's good. Ankur, your question is the last one. No more questions. We'll not take any more question today. Save it for next time. Okay, Ankur, go ahead,
Sir,
please.
I don't want to ask question, but I want to suggest the Akshay that हम लोग को मानना नहीं है, सिर्फ जानना है। ये मानने के चक्कर में हम लोग गलत राह पे भटक जाते हैं। मानना ही और कुछ नहीं होता है। अगर किसी चीज को जान लिए तो फिर हम उसको मानने का जरूरत नहीं है। जब तक उसको मानेंगे तब तक हम उस पे अटके रहेंगे।
Yeah,
यस सर।
Very good. Very good comment. But Akshar, you should not be discouraged. You also have a point that you
yes.
have given us the theory cause and effect. That's what you explained to us, that is based on cause and effect theory, that there is a cause of everything, right? So we have father, then we have grandfather, then so and so, and ultimately we have gone all the way back to God. And now question comes that who created God? That is where we don't know. So we let us stop today's meeting there. We have two different perspective, but that's very good perspective. That's what is debate all about. And we will continue next time. Aryan, I think you got the homework for next time, right? You are going to present it one more time next week.
Sir, my homework.
Huh?
My homework.
My homework also, sir.
Well, you guys come up with some presentation. We give you free hand. Maybe Akshar, you can do something on art if you like to do. Something
Sir,
to do with
Kilkadi.
science, though. Something to
Sir,
do with
Kilkadi.
science.
Sir,
You know.
Kilkadi. On
Huh?
Kilkadi. Sir,
Okay.
on
All right.
Kilkadi.
Okay, guys. So keep in mind that we will give you only 5 minutes to present. Aryan, we have to have that discipline. Whatever big topic you pick doesn't matter. You have 5 minutes to present it. and then we have another 2 3 minutes for question answer. So basically, in the conference when you go, you get only that much time. In the conference higher level, like at our level, we get 15 minutes for a one slot, one presentation. But at your level, we are cutting it half. 5 minutes for presentation, another 2.5 minutes for question answer. So 7.5, we should be able to finish one paper. So
Okay, sir.
Sir,
so
I
next
want to
time.
show something.
Okay, so you pick a topic yourself. You guys pick a topic. Aryan has a topic already. For Akshar, something to do with art and science. What you want to
No,
do, Ankur? What is
sir,
your
Kilkari, sir, Kilkari, Darbhanga Kilkari.
okay? Do it. Doesn't matter. Whatever you like. We want to. I want you guys to think about it. We are not your school teacher that we give. That is not our purpose here. We want you to think and come up with the ideas, and you present your ideas, and we want to listen to that one. Okay. So whatever topic it is open. Whole universe is yours. You can pick any topic, but it has to have some science in it. Keep in mind, we are all here for the science class, right? So you can add any topic, but you have to explain some science behind it. That is what we want to do. Okay. So thank you very much. We had a
Sir,
very
I
good
want
class
to show
today.
something.
Huh?
Sir, I
What?
want to show something.
You want to do what?
Sir, I have created a art. I want to show.
Okay, sure. Ah, okay. I think that's very good. And I guess I'm glad to see that there are two artists. Maybe you can send a picture to Pankaj sir, and he can send it, post it someplace. Very nice. Maybe one day you can do your album, and another day Akshar can do album. We can do that one. Very good. And maybe you guys can, for example, the art is also is physics, because there is a color, then there is a dimension. So there is that is also a science. You would not believe, as an engineer, I had learned the very first class is drafting. How, if you have a, say for example, laptop or any product, you have to see it from the top view, bottom view, side view, from all four sides, from an angle. You have to cross section it and see internally. So that is we did the scientific art, and you guys are doing right now what is called the folk art. So they are all related. They are also science. Okay. So good job. And we will continue this meeting next week. I guess time for you guys to have some nice dinner Saturday
Yes,
night.
sir.
Yeah.
9:35. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good night, everybody. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Okay.